So look, it's not your fault. I had a conversation with a CEO, CFO, and I started the conversation, said, look, it's not your fault. You guys are in a hole, healthcare hole, so deep, but it's not your fault you're there. It's your broker's fault. They've given you bad advice. They've patched together this plan with all these Band-Aids, total of $160,000 of expense of Band-Aids on top of a $800,000 spend. And what they ended up with was crap coverage, no visibility, and in a hole. When I took over, I'm like, this is going to be a rough first year out of the hole, but it's not your fault. Look, so many times when I talk to CEOs and CFOs and HR directors, you want to protect yourself. You want to think it's my fault. If I accept that there's some new ideas, then it means I'm not smart. If I open myself up to some vulnerability and say, hey, what don't I know? Then maybe I'm not good at my job. I'm telling you, that's a bunch of BS. It's not your fault. We do this. I do this 60 hours a week. I love this stuff. And so how in the world are you going to understand my world when you have so many other things to do? You're running a company, you're doing the financials, you're hiring, you're recruiting, you're doing all this stuff. I do healthcare and benefits, eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff. There is no way you could possibly know what we know. That's why you need a good consultant, not an advisor, not a broker, a consultant, an unbiased person that you might have to pay separately to get some advice. The pay doesn't have to be extreme. It just has to be some advice that's in your best interest, because I'm telling you, so much advice right now is horrible. And that's what I said to this group. You've been given bad advice. You're in this hole now. It's not your fault. I am here. I'm going to help dig it out. But the first year will be kind of rough. So, hey, if you want to have a different conversation with someone, and look, I'm not here to pressure, convince, cajole, twist your arm one bit. In fact, if you've ever been on a call with us, I start out by saying, look, time is precious. I'm glad we could connect. This won't take long. We ask a couple questions to see where you stand. And if it's not a good fit in 5 minutes, I'm gone. You can hang up the phone on me. I'm not here to convince people to do things. I'm here to find people that want to solve a healthcare problem where your costs go up and your coverage goes down. And if you think you have it under control and you're happy, then stay where you are. But if you want to have a different conversation, and when I told the CEO and CFO this information, I was a little nervous because I'm like, I don't have great news for them. And they said, quote, we kind of figured we were in this hole. But they needed someone to have the guts and courage to tell them, look, this is not going to work long term. If you want long term, go back to where you were. If you want to fix the problem, it's going to be a rough first year, but over 5 years, we have a chance of fixing your healthcare, dropping your costs, and improving your coverage. Check us out at millengroup.com. Be glad to connect with you.